The Museum of Death in Los Angeles takes pride in presenting life's finale in considerable detail. And when some of the museum's more vivid exhibits cause attendees to pass out, they call it a falling ovation. We managed to remain standing. Hey, Eric?
Yes.
This would be the Museum of Death.
It certainly is. You're in the right place.
You first walk into a museum, you see a two-headed turtle.
That is Aang and Chang, the world-famous Siamese turtles of the Museum of Death.
But they're not dead.
At the Museum of Death, we ease you into the graphic material. So the very first room that you encounter is populated by artwork and correspondence from serial killers and mass murderers.
This has got to be Gacy right here.
Yes, John Wayne Gacy, Chicago's very own killer clown.
Why do you think serial killers have such an artistic bent?
Well, they have a lot of time on their hands. I would say that would be the big thing. Watch your heads going through here. We have an actual death row jail door from San Quentin.
Why do you think you're so fascinated with death?
We're all mortal. We're all going to die someday.
It's inevitable.
Yeah, it's inevitable.
Whose suit is this?
Well, that's actually a suit that you would get at a funeral home to dress the body. It's actually cut down the back so they can just easily slide it on. And then behind me we have a case chock full of items from funeral homes, different ways they had of advertising over the years. I like how the Butcher Funeral Home advertised on pocket knives.
What Museum of Death would be complete without a collection of body bags?
Body bags, right? Do you know what the different colors?
No.
Black is standard. Yellow is used for mass fatalities, such as an airplane crash. Blue is, well, that's for the bodies that they call decomps.
Decomps?
Decomposed.
Decomposed.
Decomposing, yeah. Over here is the largest mass suicide on American soil, the Heaven's Gate cult from 1997. They followed their leader, Mr. Marshall Applewhite. He believed that he was an alien. He believed that planet Earth was getting ready to be recycled, and they had to go home.
You know, working at a museum of death, kind of macabre, kind of a downer. You seem to be a happy-go-lucky guy, though.
Well, I wouldn't really consider this Museum of Death as a downer. You feel very good to be alive once you exit the museum because, no matter how bad of a day you're having, you see it could be so much worse.
What do you make of all this?
I don't know. It's interesting.
You haven't been totally grossed out at all.
No. My dad's an ER doctor, so we heard kind of horrifying stories at the dinner table every night, so not much grosses me out.
This quilt is not just a quilt.
It was hand sewn by the girls for Charles Manson when they were living at Spawn Ranch.
Thus the swastikas sewn right into the fabric there.
He did have a fascination with swastikas. And here's our cannibalism niche. Ed Gein was the inspiration for not only Psycho, but the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, also the Silence of the Lambs to a degree.
Yeah, because the guy that took the skin and,
Yes.
put it on him as a coat.
We're always expanding into the Museum of Death. We're always acquiring new items, objects, artifacts.
I heard tell that the owners of this museum, the married couple that owns this place, are going to have themselves stuffed and put in this museum. Is that true?
That is true. We're all going to end up here.
You might have some legal issues with that, don't you think?
Not at all.
No? Good luck with that. Eric, have a happy life.
Hey man, every day above the ground's a great day.